My name's Ryan Brock, and we're at the Youth Wildlife Conservation Experience today. This is an event designed to excite and inspire the next generation of wildlife conservationists and outdoor enthusiasts. We have stations that can excite kids in all aspects of the outdoors and getting them off the couch and out actively exploring and engaging themselves in wildlife and wild places. A lot of our stations at the Youth Wildlife Conservation Experience are designed for a variety of different activities in the outdoors. So we have the basic rock climbing and kayaking. We have conservation stations where they can learn about wildlife, tracking, the differences between antlers and horns. We have a CSI Wildlife, which partners with the Operation Game Thief trailer, where individuals can learn the difference between hunting and poaching, and even the science of how we have investigators that can go out there and capture those people who are infringing on animals' rights. Angler education is also an important part of this event. We have a station with a variety of volunteers that can do one-on-one assistant teaching kids how to tie their own flies that they could actually use for fishing. And then we have a few stations where they can go out and cast, learn the basic casting techniques, and we have plastic fish where they try to hook those fish and bring those back. And it surprised me every year on how many kids that ends up being their favorite station. This year we have many stations associated with archery. We have your basic target archery where they learn the basic form, the stance, how to hold the bow, and how to release. And from there they can move on to a 3D traditional shoot competition to where they're learning how to score their targets at a 3D shoot. And then we have trap archery where discs are shot in the air and they're using recurve bows with larger fletchings to try to nail those targets as they're flying through the air. And I think those three combined really give them an idea of what it's about. We bring in a few organizations from the local community. One of those deals with falconry. We have local falconers who bring in their birds, and they're the knowledgeable experts in that field, and they're there firsthand with kids answering their questions while they're seeing the birds that they're holding. There are several tanks of live reptiles as well where families can learn all about the reptiles that live in our local community and see them up close and personal. So we've been putting on the Youth Wildlife Conservation Experience for about 8 years now, and we're here about the same time of year every January or February. So if you missed this year's Youth Wildlife Conservation Experience, keep your eyes and ears open for next year. Department of Wildlife is a great resource for helping us promote that event, so they'll be marketing when those dates are for next year. But until then, take your families outdoor, get them out there kayaking, hiking, viewing wildlife, so they have an appreciation of those wild places, so that when they grow up, they have a passion for protecting them. We'll see you next year.